It's the NFL on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC North. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears on Sunday night.
Now from the second city of Chicago, head down Lakeshore Drive and you find venerable Soldier Field, home of the Bears. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism. Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. On play action, here's McCarthy. He's going to air one out right away. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it'll be 2nd down.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
Now here's Aaron Jones. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. Third and 6. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the 1st down. Good, smart play with the slide by JJ. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the 1st down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
He'll take off again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. This is Jones. He'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Moore going in motion. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal, but I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Swift. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. They will run it over center with Swift. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
And that is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Play action now. It's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. On the give, it's Jones. Finding space inside the 40. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Here's Moore now. He gets it on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that. They get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Moore going in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This one from 43 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready for their 2nd possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. On 2nd down, it's Williams. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll work this close to a first pad short.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. But let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. He's got a man. That's DJ Moore. A first catch for DJ and a 1st down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything's short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Thrown left side. The catch is made. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
They get 24 on that one, and just like that, it's first and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
They'll run with Swift, and he will power his way into the end zone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Bears. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. The kick is good. And the Bears move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Chandler now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Bears off to the early lead. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Second and 7. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. He keeps it himself. 10 yards, picks up the first down.
The defense is going to have to come up with a plan for this quarterback using his legs, Mike, or it's going to be a long day. They knew coming in he was a threat, but I'm not sure they thought he would be this effective this early.
Here's first and 10. Now a handoff. Jones. And he'll get forward for a couple. Jaquan Brisker there to bring him down. Second down and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on third down. You understand you want to keep this possession alive. you have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. That one knocked away and incomplete.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given, but it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To the air once more is McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. He'll try to run for it. And McCarthy's gonna get down and pick up the 1st down. Good, smart play with the slide by JJ.
This defense is going to have to come up with some answers at halftime because they cannot allow this quarterback to just continue to have his way with them on the ground using his legs. And that's exactly what's happened so far here in the first half, and they're going to have to get that fixed and fixed quickly.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run the toss here with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And he's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. That a big score, Greg. They continue to get points, but after not getting touchdowns, this has to feel really good to this offense.
It really does, and I think anytime you can build on your confidence that now you know the rest of this game, you can finish these good drives. Coming away with 2 field goals, those are wins for the defense. So now a win for the offensive side of the ball, and got to see now if you can keep this rolling throughout the rest of this game.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings are in the lead by the score of 13-7. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Scott now on the return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. DeAndre Swift and the Bears offense set for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And let's give him about 4 on that one. The veteran safety, Harrison Smith, there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. A play fake. Now Williams. Quick throw, taken in. 12 yards on that hookup. 1st down, Chicago.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line. Now Williams. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Give up the middle with Swift. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That one on target to Moore. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Bears first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Open man downfield. It's Addison. A nice throw by the rookie out of Michigan. It's going to be good enough for a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
That's caught downfield by Jefferson. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. The reception for Rondale Moore. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's complete to Moore on the right side. Third down, 3 to go. To throw once more, here's McCarthy. He's got a receiver, it's Addison. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Jones now on 1st and 10, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. To the outside, it's looked in by Addison. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Soldier Field. Following this, here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Reichard good with the extra point. And the Vikings add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Duvernay on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bears offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
Throwing again, Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw it again, it's Williams. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. The line for 1st down and 10. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Williams to the air once more. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll check this down to Swift. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. And it sets up 4th down. On now, it's Cairo Santos for the field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. Santos's kick is good. And the Bears are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On 1st down, here's McCarthy. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. first and 10. Throwing again is McCarthy. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we will...
Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. From the interior, Harrison Phillips there for the tackle. Williams to throw on second down. Now he takes off.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Swift gets it from the pistol. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. First down throw there is incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this stays a 2-score game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Set to go now on first and 10. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hockenson, his tight end.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They helped.
This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. On the ground now with Jones. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 33 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And he'll take it on in. Jordan Addison, touchdown Vikings. Reichert now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Scott now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
A play fake. Now Williams. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, But then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Williams. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Van Ginkel. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. To throw is McCarthy. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They try and run for the 1st down with Jones. They'll get a new set of downs. It's a gain of 19.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Jones. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll run it here with Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
When you have a linebacker that can cover this much ground, Mike, I mean, what an advantage for a defense. Watch his ability to not only pursue this ball and stretch it out wide, but then to secure the tackle and take him down for a loss.
Moore going in motion. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's caught by Jones out of the backfield. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Vikings will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Scott now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense and DeAndre Swift set to get going again. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Throwing right, it's taken in. On the move, past the 40. And
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go play action here with Williams. That is brought in at the 10. And he's into the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears are able to cut into the deficit. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return is Rodgers. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Finding space at the 40. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Over the middle, that's the tight end Hockenson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the 4th quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
They'll try the left side with Jones. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Again, it's Jones. Jones, 1st down and more. And they are not gonna catch him. He's in. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. And he'll get into the end zone. Doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Scott now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He's going to have the 1st down and more. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a 1st down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. Going downfield and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
His throw left side is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 now from the 36. Williams to the air once more. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Santos, good on the extra point. And the Bears are able to edge a bit closer. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. On the return is Rodgers. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense make their way out to take over once more. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls, it's been intermediate shots, it's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And he did not want to go down. Good running, manages to gain 5. They run it once more with Jones. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
All these stops are great. You're trying to cut back into this deficit, find your way back into this game, but the defense can make as many stops as they want, Mike. This game's going to come down to what does their offense do when they take the field.
So on fourth down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. And back deep is Devin Duvernay to return. Now the return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll go again with Swift, and they'll bring this up to the 48-yard line, and that's a first down. They will run it over center with Swift. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. Here's Williams now to throw. There's that man again, another catch. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Second and 7. To throw, it's Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Throwing again, Williams. That one on target to Moore. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
Desperation time now setting here in the 4th quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
The Bears are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Now, 2nd and goal. To throw it again, it's Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. On the return is Rodgers. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Jones, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Moore going in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly, and here comes 3rd down. A run. It's Jones, and that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
At some point, the offensive line cannot just be dependent on the perfect play call. Somebody has to win. Somebody has to distort the defense and create some space for the running back to run. In this case, nobody could win. Stop for no gain.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. This is 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Well, it's safe to say this offense now is entering desperation mode. They have such a long way to go with such little time to do it. You're thinking chunk plays, get out of bounds. You have to stop the clock and continue to pick up as much yardage as you can to, at the very least, be in position to take one Hail Mary shot to the end zone.
He'll get this underneath to Swift. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will point, but in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.